Out, boys, spread out, spread out. Drone jammer backpack is on, so it cannot get close enough to hit us.
Oh shit!
So that was a fucking lie.
There is a specific kind of chaos that happens when a firefight devolves into a trench line. The sight lines disappear. The engagement distances drop from 300 meters to 3 meters. Your entire world shrinks to the muddy wall in front of you, the angle of the next corner, and the radio chatter of your squad just trying to hold the line. Welcome to Zerichnney. If you've been playing Arma Reforger lately, you already know the name. This map isn't just a change of scenery, it is a fundamental shift in how we play the game. It's a one-to-one semi-realistic recreation of the Eastern European front lines. It is brutal, it is unforgiving, and it is exactly the kind of environment that separates a coordinated squad from a disorganized mob. I've spent almost 10 years on active duty in the infantry, and I can tell you right now that this map forces you to think about microterrain, defilade, and overlapping fields of fire, and it is incredible. You can't just rely on optics and distance here. You have to rely on violence of action and the guy watching your six. Today, we're going to do a deep dive into the trench warfare of Zerichnney. We're going to break down how to survive the meat grinder. And stick around because I have a massive announcement regarding the future of the Warfighting Society and where you can get in on this exact kind of gameplay. Now, let's talk about what mistakes can be made on Zerichnney, as well as what makes Zerichnney so unique in the Reforger ecosystem. Most vanilla maps give you rolling hills, dense forests, and clear sightlines. Zerichnney takes all of that away. This map is defined by its transition zones. You are constantly moving from thick, claustrophobic forests right into deep, fortified trench networks, which then bleed directly into ruined urban centers. The trenches themselves change the meta entirely, especially when you're down in the dirt and frag grenades and smokes are flying. They also become your best friends. You cannot push a trench corner without prepping it first. In a standard woodland engagement, if you take contact, you bound back, find a tree, and return fire. In a trench, if you take contact, your only options are either to push through the fatal funnel or get pinned down and wait for the inevitable grenade. Communication here isn't just a suggestion, it is simply survival. Because the audio occlusion in the trench makes it hard to pinpoint footsteps, you have to constantly relay enemy positions. If your squad isn't calling out, crossing, reloading, or frag out, you're going to end up taking friendly fire or getting flanked. So, how do you actually win in something like Zerichnney, especially on this advanced and secure style of objective environment? Well, you got to go back to grunt fundamentals. First, suppress and maneuver. On Zerichnney, the machine gunner is maybe and arguably one of the most important men in the squad. When you need to cross the open ground between trench systems, the MG needs to be set up in a position where they can lay down hate on the enemy berms. Secondly, sector control. Once you drop into a trench, the squad has to immediately establish 360-degree security. The point man watches the front, the rear guard covers the back, and the guys in the middle need to be watching the lip of the trench above them. The moment you lose track of what's happening above ground, you're going to get flanked. And third, patience. Trench fighting is exhausting, and you don't win by sprinting blindly around corners, you win by methodically clearing every traverse, using your utility, and keeping your spacing tight enough to support each other, but loose enough that one RPG doesn't wipe the whole fire team. It requires discipline. And that level of discipline, that focus on real tactical coordination, is exactly why I'm making this video today. For those who don't know, I am Warfighter 1, or otherwise known as War Daddy, the founder of the Warfighting Society, also known as TWWS. We're mostly known for Bellum, but we're starting to break ground in the Armor Reforger scene. We've been building this community from the ground up to be a place for players who want structured, serious, and tactical gameplay without the unnecessary ego. And I am incredibly proud to announce that TWWS is officially opening up a public Armor Reforger server. We are bringing the TWWS standard to the public server and the public layer. We're running custom mods, optimized loadouts, and a map rotation that heavily features the kind of intense, gritty combat you've been watching on Zerichnney. Our mod team and dev team have been hard at work customizing the map itself to focus and localize all combat within a certain area in specific zones. So you're not doing a walking simulator more than you are actually engaging in firefights. This isn't just another server where everyone runs around like it's a team deathmatch. We are curating an environment where squads work together, where communication is the standard, and where the tactics actually matter. Whether you're an experienced Milsim veteran, or you're just tired of joining random servers with zero teamwork, there's a place for you here. The server is live, the mod list is dialed in, and the boys are already in the trenches. If you want to experience Armor Reforger the way it was meant to be played, I want you to come run with us. Hit the link in the description below to join the TWWS Discord. Get in there, introduce yourself, download the mods and start building your kits. We run operations, we run training, and most importantly, we fight as a cohesive unit. That's it for today's breakdown of Zerichnney. Get your gear sorted, check your corners, and I'll see you on the front line. Warfighter 1, out.
Ганг все позывных. Нас атакуют в точке Омега.